Okay, getting set up on the wall, take your time, I'll go through the details. So I'd like everybody to start off on their left side. We are gonna do both today for this. And what I want you to try to do is get your right foot to kind of be either in line with your hip or slightly above it, meaning like your hip's abducted a little bit, but it's not super close to the ground and it's like pretty much in line with your hip. I want this knee to be nice and soft. Everybody's gonna wanna keep it locking it out. I want this hip to roll forward, perfect. But as that happens, I don't want your whole entire chest to turn to the ground. What I would like you to do is keep your Iron Man symbol facing straight forward here. Keep your head nice and long as if I pulled her ponytail away from her heel so her whole body's nice and long. And then we're gonna take that right arm, we're gonna reach it forward. Your left hand and left arm can be wherever you want. Make it comfortable, okay? Pillow is a great idea. I don't want you feeling your neck work. Now, here's the key. I want you to breathe, and on your inhales, I want it to be as if I'm pulling your shoulder blade and everything forward, but now, can you keep your ribs back? You see how you turned your ribs to the ground? So I'm gonna hold you here, now turn your chest right, or up to the ceiling, you can think about it. Good, good, okay, so hold there, that'll get better and better as you're in it. Now, when you inhale, try to reach your right arm, not so much up, just forward. Think about it like your shoulder blade's going that way and your rib cage is going away from my finger, so you're pulling it back in space, good. Now, long exhales, and can you push through the middle of your foot without locking your knee? That's the exercise right there. So here we are, we're gonna take 6-ish breaths. Inhale, reach your arm away from you, and it's as if when you reach your arm away from you, you're actually almost turning right or staying straight so that the shoulder blade reaches without it turning the whole entire body. When you inhale, go super slow, tongue on the roof of the mouth is sealed, nice and smooth in through your nose. When you exhale, push through this foot without straightening out the knee. Keep that right hip turned slightly forward. And what we should feel is we should just feel like the air gets into some really good spots, and you should actually feel like quite fatigued in your right leg at a certain point. Ideally, you don't necessarily feel it in your hip flexors in the front of the hip, you feel it more so in your butt and your hamstring. A lot of hamstring, honestly. This knee and this leg can be 45 degrees or it can be 90. Let's say that she's at like 80. It can be either one of them. It can be anywhere from 90 to 45. So it could be around here or it could be even up a little higher. Where you're at and where you're comfortable is that's where I want you to be. Same thing, 1 or 2 more breaths and then we'll flip over to the other side. Keep that knee nice and soft. There you go, good. You feel your glute working? Good, it's kind of like sneaky hard, right? Good, okay? And almost imagine that when you inhale, even though you're just gonna let the air go wherever it goes, it's as if you can breathe into your back, you can breathe into your chest, everywhere in your rib cage fills up. Nice, good. 1 more breath, and then we'll have you flip over so everybody can kind of see the other side. Good. And this is gonna be our lateral strider. So you'll flip over, facing me. Make sure that you're not super far away from the wall so it feels like you have to straighten out your leg, and you don't wanna be so close that like you're in like a sideline squat or anything like that. Good. If someone has a really hard time feeling their glute, try to think about pushing through the middle of your foot on the wall, or if you want, you can even think, not necessarily do it, but in the intent of dragging the foot up the wall, and that should get the side of the butt a little bit too. Okay, same thing here, reach that left arm. Again, you're reaching the left arm. Good, nice, you got the matching going on. See the details, okay. Okay, and this is a good example. You see her leg is at 90 now. Let's just show them what 45 looks like just to hit that point home. There's 45 and there's 90. So if you feel anything like uncomfortable in your bottom hip, make that a little bit lower and you'll probably be fine. Beautiful job, same thing. Inhale, reach the arm, reach the shoulder blade, and this is where you can get a good vision. I like to see this shoulder blade come forward and I like to see this rib cage come back. So as you reach your shoulder blade forward, your ribs come back to me, and it's as if you're able to breathe back here and get your shirt to expand backwards. When you exhale, exhale fully and push through that foot. You are gonna be pushing through the foot the whole time, otherwise your foot will just slide off the wall, but at the same time, try to put a little bit of extra emphasis on the exhale and syncing up that push through the wall. Even though you're not necessarily moving, especially visually, you should feel like you're pushing the wall away from you. So it's almost as if your head and your foot are going away from each other, so you're getting longer as you do it. When you keep that tension on your exhale, pushing into the wall, and then you inhale, that inhale should feel really good. It should feel like it kind of pops some spots open. And even though we didn't talk about it, one thing to kind of consider, she's already killing it naturally, just having that a little bit off of the ground. But if you do find yourself like hiking your hip up on one side and falling into the ground, it might be beneficial to put a pad or put a towel under there. That could be very helpful for somebody. Let's do 2 more breaths and then we'll hop up out of this. Good, very relaxed inhale, long, but not forcing it either. Let it give you whatever it can. Expand as much as possible without forcing it, and then exhale everything out. Good, about 5 seconds left, finish up this last breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, beautiful job. Okay, you're just